Oh no. A Dementor. Expecto Patronum! Alright, who are you? I'm John, your Patronus. What? No, nothing. I was just hoping. Could you fight the... Oh, you hoping for bloody Jennifer Lawrence or something? No, what? I wanted an animal. Oh, fucking animal. Whoop-de-doo. You wanted a rabbit like that weird... Well, I think you'll find it's actually a hare, but there's no need for that language. Could you just fight the Dementor for me? A Dementor? What's a Dementor? Holy shit. John? John? I'll fight you. Welcome back to another edition of Puz Makes Fun of Bad Indie Movies that don't deserve this much hate. Harry Potter edition. Last video I looked at the mystical adventures of Billy Owens, and that movie is weird.
November 11th, what a fantastic day to turn 11, Mr. Owens.
Someone turning 11?
And if you don't remember how that movie ended, I don't blame you because neither can the director. In today's video, we are looking at the sequel to that movie. So strap in, because holy shit. And like last video, I did some research on this movie and stumbled again into the critical reception area of Wikipedia. And I found out that this movie was not received well. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 0% when it first came out, but that slowly crept up to 14%, so that's good. DVD Verdict, the same company that reviewed the first movie, said it's a step up from the first entry, which is a great review. I mean, it means they got better, but then they went on to say this. It's worse than only 99% instead of 99.9% of all other films that get distributed. That's not good. Matchflix Mike Thomas gave it a 0 out of 5. He said it's an obvious Harry Potter ripoff. Not a very original thought, Mike Thomas. Everyone knows it's a Harry Potter ripoff. If you're going to be a critic, maybe be a bit more critical. Nothing new about what you're saying. Well, let's stop talking and start watching. And then do some more talking. The movie starts off with a really long opening credits scene, and you can really see the production quality's gone up. They even have a production studio backing the movie, which is really impressive because the first movie was nearly unwatchable. So it's amazing that a production studio even said yes to helping them make a second movie. Did they watch the first movie? So after about 20 minutes of opening credits, we begin this movie with a narration from our Hermione wannabe, Mandy. She explains that it is summer in her hometown, Spirit River. And because it's summer, so that means school holidays, Devin, Billy, and Mandy get to go to their favorite place in the entire world. I'm not talking about Disneyland or your cousin's house with who has an Xbox. I'm talking about a random park with William, the creepy old dude who teaches them magic from the first movie. Mandy literally said they get to go to their favorite place in the entire world, and Billy is falling asleep. How could you possibly fall asleep during this class? You're learning about magic, and I'm not talking in that confusing card game or that Penn and Teller bullshit. I'm talking real magic. I'm of course talking white magic, the most powerful of all magic. The magic that goes across seas and conquers other countries. The magic that forces millions to do horrible things and then makes them die with really powerful magic guns. William Thurgood, their magic teacher, who is experiencing what I like to call the Puz hairline, let's cover that up. He tells the kids about their magic, and he explains if you are selfless and brave, this will increase your white magic levels and make you a stronger member of the white magic clan. You know, that classic like love being the strongest kind of magic, bravery and selflessness being like the real magic, not the fucking Avada Kedavra spell. That's bullshit magic, but love is real magic. William lets the kids out of class early so he can have a little snooze, and the kids head down to work on their treehouse. And I'm pretty sure Billy just went through puberty halfway through this scene, because his voice definitely changes.
Okay, if you guys are done, let's take it up. You okay, Billy?
Did any of the nails get all the way through before you bent them?
What the fuck happened there? Did they get an actor to come in who is clearly 30 years old to record all Billy's voice lines? Or did Billy have like an insane growth spurt over the summer?
Mandy, we should build a treehouse. Cut.
That was a great take, everyone. Perfect. How'd it sound?
Sounds not great. Can we go for another?
Nah. Fix in post. Alright, Billy, let's do that first line again. And remember, you really want to build a tree house.
Mandy, we should build a treehouse.
You think anyone's going to notice? It'll be fine. Get some lunch? Alright, Billy, that was great. Same time tomorrow. Oh, and we've got photos. So, do you think you can shave? The kids are at the treehouse and they talk about how excited they are about the carnival that's come to town. And with a little bit of movie magic, we hard cut to them at the carnival with their parents. This guy juggling sticks of fire walks through the crowd and like one slip up and that poor little baby and the mother up in flames. And it's really funny. You can actually see this little girl extra get scared and then look at the camera for like, what the fuck? You didn't tell me there was people juggling fire. This entire carnival like scene is extremely painful because they dub over every single person's dialogue. So I'm just going to ignore it and pretend it's okay.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Can we go play some of the games?
They're not as easy as they look. But Billy's a really good thrower, Mrs. Owens.
And no one can toss rings like me. I've even been practicing at home. I can hit a ringer all the way from my bed to my closet.
Okay, go ahead and have some fun.
But it's so random to me that the mum just won't let them go and play games at the carnival. Mandy's practically has to beg her with like a puppy dog voice. And Devin, the poor bastard, has been playing ring toss games in his bedroom by himself, like to practice. Probably one of the saddest things I've ever heard. Buy the kid a bloody Nintendo 64 for God's sake. Billy and his friends head to go play some games and then the Shining twins show up.
Hello, Billy.
Hi.
What the fuck was that? That was so random. And Billy was not creeped out at all. Why are twins so creepy? Something about seeing the same person twice right next to each other. Kind of creepy. The kids are playing ring toss, and I'm going to be honest, it's a tough watch. Because the kids obviously have to react as if Devin is getting the ring on the bottle, but he clearly isn't. So the first reaction, perfect. Mandy, Billy, Devin all react appropriately. Now watch the second reaction after the second ring toss.
Let's see if I can't get two. No.
Yes!
But I still did it. I did it.
Why are you celebrating, Billy? He missed. And why do you sound 40 years old?
We have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, even a boy can win. He's won a bowl, a thin bowl. Now beat it, kid. You're bothering me.
They clearly just got another guy to voice over this dude, this carnival guy. If you're gonna do that, why not just go hard and just get like Naruto's voice actor to do it? Billy gets angry with the carnival people ripping him off, so he comes up with a great idea.
I got a better idea. Let's find the best games with the best prizes.
Yeah, good idea.
Let's go.
Genius. Let's not stop playing the games that are clearly ripping us off, and let's go play the games with the best prizes so we can get ripped off some more. That's why you're the leader, Billy. That is why you're the leader. You got a good head on you, kid. The kids head to another ring toss game because apparently that's the only games at this fucking carnival. Step right up. Come play my ring toss. It's heaps better than the other 300 that are here. You win a stuffed dog in mine. This ring toss is ran by a creepy, scary woman. And I'm not talking scary, like fucking spooky scary. I'm talking unhinged scary. And she says nice things, but in like an evil tone.
You must be a very lucky girl.
Billy does a little bit of magic to help Mandy land these rings on the wooden pegs, and the carnival lady just can't believe it. I'm going to be honest, doesn't look that hard. The peg is tiny and the ring is big. Ew. Mandy lands all 3 rings on the peg, and the carnival lady, after a tiny little mental breakdown, gives Mandy a very special prize.
A very special prize for such an enchanting girl. Let me help you.
She gives Mandy a really shit handmade puka necklace that was clearly made 20 minutes before the carnival opened. Oh, shit. I'm out of prizes. Okay. Oh, fucking headphones. G bag. Oh, no.
Empty baggie.
Wedding ring. Fuck it.
Yeah, that can be top prize.
The kids leave the booth and walk past the bully from the first movie. And if you remember what happened at the end of the first movie, you will remember, because you remembered, that this kid is not right in the head. They get into an argument, and this bully does something that is either the most threatening thing I've ever seen or the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I'm gonna punch that smart mouth of yours right off your face. Maybe you should check with your master before you make any decisions with that tiny brain of yours.
Like, what was that? Did he just turn into a pig mid-sentence? Hey kid, give me all your lunch money. I'm a bully. No. What? Fucking hell. The kids go on some more rides, and as if it was cursed, they start to malfunction. But luckily, Mandy's stupid cousin Danny isn't living with them.
My mom told me my stupid cousin Danny was coming to live with us.
Oh shit. Everything that can go wrong is shrewdness. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. Let's play a game I like to call I'll give you a question, you get multiple choices, and you pick the right choice. The question is, how will the kids get out of this pickle? A. Will Billy use his wand to save the day? Logical answer. Could be the right one. B. Will Mandy use the necklace she got to somehow fix the ride? Another logical answer. She's pretty switched on, Mandy. Or C. The carny will climb up the ride like he's fucking Spider-Man and fix it. And then it will fade to black and everyone will be safe. If you picked A or B, you're an idiot. The Carnival man is also a fucking gymnast. Look at him go. Unbelievable. We cut to the bully and he is watching this all unfold. But then he is grabbed by Victor, the villain from the first movie. And let's just say, grabbing little kids isn't very unrealistic for Victor.
Someone turning 11?
The kids get off the ride and they're a little bit shaken up because they just witnessed a grown man climb a Ferris wheel like a kid climbs a jungle gym at a playground. They sit down with their parents and this lady, who I think's the principal from the first movie, but they never actually show her face. So I was trying to do this while watching a two-dimensional screen to see if I could see around her shoulder. I'm gonna just guess it's the principal because we see her later on talking to the kids. Principal and the kids come to the conclusion that the ride was clearly tampered with. The principal asks the kids, have they seen William? They say no, not since class. And then this is when they start to panic because the principal says she has been waiting for William to meet her at the carnival for over an hour. Whew. It is heating up. And it's not because there's a dude juggling fire in my room. The kids head to the last place they saw William, the random park by the river. And I'm thinking there's no way he's still there. Oh no, there he is. He's asleep still. Why didn't he go home? Some weird magic happens and it looks like the soul of William is lifted out of his body and put into the necklace that Mandy won at the carnival. The kids are never gonna go to another carnival again. They almost die on a ride. They got a shitty necklace from this evil woman. And when they legitimately win, they get a shitty little thimble. The carnivals are a fucking joke. William is alive. He's just in a coma. So that's good or bad, depending on how you want to look at the situation. They all head back to Billy's place, do some research on the necklace that Mandy won. To ask the questions like, what does it do? How does it do it? Why does it do it? And should it do it? Some of those questions don't make any sense, and some don't even need to be answered. But they will figure it out. They discover that the necklace is a key that unlocks Loki's scepter, which gives you bountiful riches. I don't really know what bountiful riches are, but I know I want it. They also find out that they have a chance to release William Thurgood's, their magic teacher's soul from the necklace. But they need to do it before the third moon, which is only 2 days away. Billy and Devin head out to Mandy's farm. I didn't know Mandy lived on a farm. I thought that would be the perfect place to do crazy cool magic instead of some random ass park. But who knows, maybe the production team could only get the farm for 1 day. So the kids are out on the farm and Mandy's stupid fucking bitch of a cousin Danny is riding one of her horses. Fucking hell. Devin and Billy are so amazed by this, like they've never seen someone ride a horse before, and they think Danny is a boy. But then they're pleasantly surprised when they find out that Danny is a girl.
Your cousin is totally a girl.
Hi, Billy. Devin, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
It's a really weird scene, so I'm just gonna push on. But I can't really because it's thrown back in my face with another really weird scene between 13-year-olds.
Maybe we could...
Billy, I think we have a few important things to do today.
We should probably be going.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, it was nice to have met you. Come on, Devin.
It's okay. You guys go ahead. I'll help Danny put away the horses.
But I thought horses make you.
I'll meet you guys at the tree fort later.
So Devin, instead of helping Mandy and Billy figure out how to free their, friend fucking William, the magic teacher, he decides to stay back and help Danny put away the horses. Fucking men, dude. No loyalty at all. They only think about one thing, and it's disgusting. Fucking putting away horses. Mandy and Billy head to the treehouse because they need a hideout for when they get Loki's scepter. So Billy waves his wand and makes a fort in the tree. A tree fort, if you will. And if I was Devin and Mandy, I'd be pretty pissed off. They spent half their summer building this fucking thing, and Billy can just wave his wand and just make one better. What was the point? We wasted all that time. We could have been playing in the treehouse rather than fucking building it. Mandy does some graffiti on the tree, and the tree fort is hidden from everyone. She must use that clear browser history rune. I use that a lot, if you know what I mean. Devin and Danny head over to the tree fort, and Devin tells Danny if she's going to hang out with them, she has to keep everything she sees a secret. If I move to a town to live with my cousin, and one of my cousin's friends is like, if you're gonna hang out with us, you need to keep everything you see a secret, I'll be like, fuck off, dude. What is this, a cult? What the fuck? What are you trying to do? What am I gonna see? What are you showing me? But Danny doesn't worry about that and just pulls a ferret out of her bag. That was her reaction to that. She was like, okay, cool. Anyway, I'm just gonna pull this ferret out of my bag. Like, what the fuck? Devin yells out to Mandy and Billy, and the tree fort appears in front of them. Danny doesn't really freak out. She sort of looks a little bit shocked, but then she doesn't really care. I guess a young girl with a ferret in her bag, she's probably seen a lot of shit, I'd imagine. The kids are sitting in the treehouse, and Mandy's chair looks so uncomfortable. Like, you know a chair's uncomfortable when you can fucking taste your knees. Mandy tells Danny and her ferret everything that happened in the first movie. She basically explains that they're gonna have to go back to the cave from the first movie and do basically the same fucking thing. The problem with that is the first movie made no sense, so I'm worried this movie's gonna fall into that as well if they're gonna copy the first movie. Mandy puts a necklace on the ground and it glows. William appears, and I feel bad for the dude, because even as a spirit, he still has a cane. I feel really bad for car crash victims who come back as spirits. They're gonna look all fucked up.
Good morning, children. Oh, I've missed you so much.
Thurgood, I'm sorry,
Oh, no, my dear.
Why'd he touch his face like that? A little bit fucking creepy.
I'm afraid I can't stay long. You see, it takes a lot of energy to be able to materialize so I can talk to you.
Why is this happening? What's going on?
Evil. The evil of ignorance.
Okay, that's enough of this scene. Basically what happens is fucking he repeats himself from earlier on and tells them that they need to be selfless and that greed is bad and being selfless is good. Just a lot of dribble. Like, it went on, and he also, it's so funny because he says, oh, I can't stay for long, and then proceeds to stay for like an hour. Fuck off. Why would you say you can't stay for long and then stay for fucking ages? Oh, it's using so much energy. Oh, I could hang around for a little bit more though. It's like, what are you, fucking Goku in Super Saiyan 3 when he died? Fuck off. You can't hang around for 3 episodes. Finally, William tells them they need to go see the principal because she has what they need. Not sure why she didn't give them what they need when they all sat around reading books, but that would be way too easy, wouldn't it? We cut over to the principal's house and she's having another really boring conversation about how the kids need to teach each other and learn the ways. They try to make these conversations epic and powerful, but they fall flat because the actors are just so bad. They're wooden, they're flat, they just show no emotion. It's a really tough watch. I apologize to the actors. I'm sure they tried their best, but they just don't have it. And they also just say the same things over and over and over again. Here's an example.
These charms will help guide and protect them. They won't be lost. Not with these to help guide them.
One long boring conversation later, another boring conversation starts. And the principal explains that the scepter needs 4 lords to unlock it. And then fucking William appears after telling him it takes a heap of energy out of him to do this. But I guess he's got a heap of that white power magic in him and he can just show up whenever he wants to. The principal hands out the charms that will guide them on their mission to get the scepter. It looks like she just fucking won these at a ring toss a week ago. Like, they look terrible. And I don't think she could hand out these charms any slower. Dude, I was molding. I'm sitting there watching this fucking thing. I'm like, hurry up. You've got fucking 3 charms left and it took you 20 minutes to hand out the first one. Why is everything in this movie so slow? Just hand out the charms, you old bitch. I'll leave that out. I won't say that in the YouTube channel. I won't say old bitch. She's probably a lovely lady. They head back to the treehouse, and Devin puts some glow sticks in a bag, but he already cracks them. Why would he do that? They're probably gonna run out by the time he gets to the cave. He's gonna be walking around with a glowing bag. Billy gives an emotional speech about how they aren't doing this for themselves, but they are doing it for William. They are being selfless. And Danny kind of looks at him and is like, dude, I don't even know this fucking William guy. The kids make their way to the cave and they find a rusty key on the wall.
Why not? What's one more thing?
And I couldn't agree more, Devin. These movies love collecting random shit. The kids make their way to a nice looking set. Like, this cave looks good. You can really see the budget went up in this movie. Mandy tells Devin to do his best impression of Short Round and go stand against the wall. And this whole time, I was impressed with this scene. I knew exactly what was going to happen, but just like the visuals, it looked good. Like, obviously Devin's going to stand against this like circle trapdoor. Trapdoor's going to open and he's going to fall down like a slide, and it's all just going to look good. So that does happen, and then it stops looking good. Billy, being the brave lad he is, jumps in after him. Mandy somehow falls in, and then Danny, for a laugh, jumps in as well. I don't think they all had to jump in straight away, but they were just like, fuck it, pool party. So all four now are in the underground pool, and they hear some horrible hissing noises. And because Danny held a ferret and rode a horse once, she is the perfect person to go deal with whatever animal is making that horrible noise. Danny takes half a step forward, and the fucking dragon from the first movie is in the water just in front of her. And she's like, oh, no one's gonna hurt you, don't worry, it's all good. And then Billy walks over and she's like, oh, don't worry, it's just Billy, you know, the guy that killed you like 2 years ago? Yeah, it's just, don't worry about him, he won't hurt you. Billy walks over to the dragon and fucking just fireballs him again. The kids swim around the water for a little bit, trying to like look for a way out. All the actors are clearly freezing. Like, Devin can't even hold the torch. He's shaking so much. I don't even think Billy could do a spell. He's shaking so much. I feel really bad for him. I'm like, God, I hope they can get out of here quick, because they're clearly having a horrible time. The kids finally make it out of the cave, and they end up in what looks like the Grim Reaper's bowl sack. Like, it's all grey, and there's like all these little like fucking Grim Reaper jisms swimming around. Devin's sword starts to glow, and we all know that means there's bloody goblins around. So Devin goes to stand at the back of the group. Billy shines a light of magic through Mandy's fucking necklace, and it conjures up a bridge. Danny climbs up the bridge and reaches up to grab Loki's scepter that's turtle heading out of like a pool of blue sky magic.
Oh, be careful!
I hate when this happens in movies, and it always happens in movies. Someone will be climbing something dangerous and they'll slip, and the person on the ground will be like, oh, be careful. Of course they're trying to be fucking careful. You should be careful. What? You should be careful. What? You should be careful. What? Be careful. Be careful. What? Oh shit! Ah! Man, I told you to be careful. Danny reaches up, grabs the scepter, and the kids teleport out of the cave. The kids hear some growling and some snarling, so they begin to run. Billy does some magic in the air, then they hide. Then he does some more magic, and he creates mirror images, clones of himself for the monster to chase. Really smart thinking. He obviously watches Naruto. The kids do some more running and some more hiding, and then some more running and some more hiding, and they see Victor is with the school bully and he's bullying the bully. You know what they say, if you've got a bad relationship at home, you're going to project that at school. It's bullying 101. I'm pretty sure Victor is turning the bully into like a wolf or something, because he's making some weird noises and saying some weird shit.
I can smell the little twerps, but the trail just ends here.
Then the carny who saved the kids from the ride comes out of the bushes, and he's working with Victor. I don't know why he didn't just let the kids die, but I guess maybe Victor wanted them alive. Also, this bird tells Victor that the kids are in this treehouse. Lots happening without much explanation in this movie, much like the first one, and much like M. Night Shyamalan's movie, The Happening. Victor fires a fireball up at the tree fort, and it makes a lot of vines appear around the tree fort, because fucking magic. And then Devin cuts the vines down, and they all disappear. because fucking magic. William shows up for the third time, even though it uses so much energy to conjure up this spirit form. Fucking liar. William explains that they need to beat Victor. I would have thought that was pretty obvious, but I guess the kids needed that spelled out to him. He goes on to explain that the kids will need to unlock the scepter to save him. But doing that, they will have to sacrifice their magical powers. Devin, Billy, and Mandy are like, yep, I'm happy to do that. Danny hesitates a little bit because she hasn't actually met this old guy. And I would also argue, if they bring William back, the wizard, and they can't use magical powers anymore, I feel like their friendship with the wizard won't continue. He's kind of done everything he needs to do. Danny agrees and says she would give up her powers. Victor, still shooting fireballs at the fort, finally blows the wall off the fort, and an epic magic battle between Billy and Victor begins. Spells are being flung back and forth between Billy and Victor. Devin runs over to the corner and starts swinging his sword at the bird that might be the bully, I don't really know. Meanwhile, William tells Mandy to stick the amulet necklace thing into the scepter so he can be saved. Then the carny fucking gymnast dude jumps up to the tree fort. Devin grabs his sword, tells him to piss off. Great wire work, by the way. Dude goes flying, looks really good. Probably the most entertaining bit of the entire movie. Victor hits Billy with a spell. Mandy drops the scepter. Bird Boy catches the scepter. Billy jumps off the treehouse after the scepter, and he fucking flies. I can see how this movie got its 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. That entire sequence was awesome. William reminds the kids that selflessness is how they become more stronger in their magic, and that is why Billy can fly now. We get this epic chase. Billy gets the scepter off the bird, and he kind of looks like he's swimming while he's flying. Looks pretty goofy. Like, imagine if that's how Superman flew. They do a lot of walking and a lot of chatting, and then some more walking and some more chatting, like it's the fucking Lord of the Rings. Then they get attacked by some natives. I don't know where the kids are, so I don't know where these natives are native to. I also don't know what the natives look like because we don't see them. We just see a spear fly through the air. They really couldn't find anyone to play a native. After running away from the natives, the kids decided to take a moment and look at the map they somehow got to find out where they have to go. Can you remember that really bad CGI scene in Thor: Love and Thunder? Well, I think I know where they got the inspiration for that scene from. So Devin comes up with a brilliant plan and he whispers it to the rest of the crew. Not really whispers it, kind of just talks as if the bully isn't there.
We have to make a break for it. We can't just stand here and wait for him to attack.
The kids execute Devin's plan perfectly, but Mandy gets stuck. And I don't mean she falls over or she gets stuck on a tree or whatever. I mean, she gets grabbed by a magic white hand out of a bush. So is the bully like crouched in the bush, or is he like controlling this whole forest? And if he is controlling the whole forest, why does he conjure up little boys' hands to come out of bushes and grab people? They get away from the bully, the kids keep walking, and narrator Mandy reminds the audience again why they're doing any of this. There's a lot of walking and talking in this movie. I think they do more walking and talking than all three Lord of the Rings movies combined. And Devin complains more than Frodo.
Man, am I allergic to this stuff? And these things are heavy.
The kids finally, after 15 minutes of walking, get to an old rusty door. I think it's a lighthouse. The bully catches up with them and they are stuck in a room with only one wall.
What do you mean there's only one wall?
So Mandy explains she knows a rune that will trap the bully inside the lighthouse. So Billy comes up with a genius plan, and I'll let him explain it.
All right, everyone, go upstairs. Mandy, draw most of the symbol, and then when you're ready, I'll unlock the door, run up to meet you guys, and then finish drawing the symbol, and then that'll about curtain, and then I'll fly everyone down one by one. Sound good? Okay. Go down!
I'm gonna say it, I don't think this movie had a script at all. I think they just asked the kids to come up with it while they filmed them. Alright kids, what should we do next? Maybe I could fly? Yeah, and then what? This is great stuff. Okay, maybe when we can walk the bully in the lighthouse? And then what? And then maybe we go somewhere. So where do you go? I don't know, we'll just worry about it when we get there, I guess. Mandy writes the rune on the wall really slowly. Billy lets the bully in. The bully conjures a fucking sword like he's got level 100 conjuring in Skyrim. The kids run to the top of the lighthouse, and Billy realizes he can't fly with more than one person. So they need to come up with another plan.
Well, what are we gonna do? The bridge. You made a bridge of light I could walk on. Make us some stairs or something.
I don't know if I can do stairs.
So Billy can make a bridge of light, but he can't do some stairs. I would have thought stairs would have been way easier to conjure up than the bridge. Like if this was the Skyrim conjuring skill tree, I feel like stairs would be like level 10, and then bridge would be like level 20. So he decides to make a rope because that's much easier. And before Mandy slides down the rope, her voice turns into Billy for a second.
Hang down underneath and slide down to the ground.
Mandy slides down the man pole rope thing, and then the bully bursts through the manhole like it's nothing, like it's made out of bloody paper mache. Devin and the bully are having an epic sword battle, and then Danny does this. Holy shit, that was cold-blooded. That's murder. There aren't no ferrets in prison. You don't get a pet in prison. Holy shit, Danny. Like, that was cold-blooded, but not as cold-blooded as what Devin says.
Now we're having fun.
The kids get to the beach, and Mandy explains when the light touches the ocean, that's when something's meant to happen. Billy merges the scepter with the wand, and William appears in front of them. He asks them the tough question: do they want to save his life and give up their magical powers? The kids have a discussion, and they decide to give up their powers. Fuck that, I want to be able to fly. William, just covered in sweat, explains that he's never going to see the kids again. So did he like sacrifice himself so the kids got to keep their powers? Or did they save him from the necklace and he was like, oh, thanks for that, I'll see you later? He never explains it, but he says he's never going to see him ever again. So what the fuck's the point? And just like the first movie, this movie raises more questions than it answers. Like, why are there a bunch of Viking ships that randomly showed up? And what's the importance of this chick? And why is William standing behind them after he said he's not going to see him anymore? So he didn't die? Why is he there? He just had this whole big speech about not seeing him anymore, and then he shows up behind him. What the fuck was that for? He just wanted him to feel shitty? Like, what? And with that, the movie is over. And this movie really makes you think. Makes me think, fuck, it must be hard to make a movie that makes sense. Because holy shit. It can't be that hard, can it? Holy fuck. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you enjoyed me. My videos are going to be a bit more spread out now because I'm sort of editing for a mate as well as trying to edit my own videos. So I might do like longer videos, but they might take a bit longer to make. So click that bell so you know when I do upload. It's probably going to be more like monthly rather than weekly, which I'm okay with. I think I put a bit more effort into the videos then rather than pumping them out in a week, maybe. That's what I'm hoping anyway. This outro, I'm starting to ramble. So I'm going to say goodbye now. Fuck off.